I'm really, really excited, and you know what that means. It's Win Wellness Nerd Out time! What's going on, folks? Happy Win Wellness Nerd Out time coming at you, baby. And today, we're going to be talking about pterostilbene for our final day here. There is such a long list of benefits of pterostilbene that we had to devote an entire day in itself to the pure benefits. We talked about it yesterday a little bit, but without further ado, let's get into the meat and potatoes here, right? So when we talk about pterostilbene, we have such a long list again of benefits, and here are a few of them, all right? So we have anti-aging effects, the promotion of longevity, and it's been shown to both stop and reverse damage done to neurons. So stop and reverse neuronal damage as a result of aging. And in addition, stopping and reversing neuronal damage as a result of neurodegeneration in general and Alzheimer's disease, for example. So that's one fantastic thing to kick it off with, right? On top of that, it promotes neuroplasticity, so the formation and reorganization of synaptic connections in your brain, right? So those connections between synapses, right? And we've talked about long-term potentiation in the past, and that's that formation and that bolstering, if you will, of those synaptic connections in your brain as a response to specific experiences that you have. And when we talk about the promotion of this neuroplasticity, this is especially in response to learning. It's especially in response to experiences in general, and also in response to injury done to the brain. So we have some implications there that we'll talk about in a minute. Potential implications at least. Now, on top of that, we got anti-anxiety effects. 5.5 to 18 milligrams a day of pterostilbene, that is, have been shown to have anxiolytic effects, aka anti-anxiety. And we'll talk about dosage in general at the end a little bit more. But as for now, let's go through some more benefits. What do you say? So on top of that, it functions as an antioxidant. Well, we knew that already because it's the major antioxidant, that potent antioxidant found in blueberries, right, among other fruits and things, but majorly in blueberries. So antioxidant, meaning it combats reactive oxygen species. It is neuroprotective in that sense, right? Along with being protective, to your cardiovascular health, to the whole bunch of other organs, right? Just antioxidants are just an absolutely fantastic thing to supplement with and to get through your diet, most importantly, as we always say, right? Diet above supplementation all day, but a little bit of both is even better, people, especially if you have deficiencies of certain things and whatnot, right? On top of that, anti-inflammatory effects. So obviously reducing inflammation there, right? And inflammation is related to so many different diseases, right? So that's a fantastic thing. And just to be, not inflamed in general is great if you're trying to look good at the beach, right? But also reducing cellular stress comes along with that anti-inflammatory benefit we get from pterostilbene. It boosts brain-derived neurotrophic factor production, and that's fertilizer for your brain in simple terms, right? Promoting that growth, right? That development, maturation of neurons. And when we talk about that as well, it promotes neurogenesis in general. And that is, again, the promotion of growth, development, maturation of nervous tissue, okay, in the brain and central nervous system. Now, with pterostilbene, it specifically has been noted to have this promotion of the growth and development and maturation, aka neurogenesis, right? Neurogenesis. It promotes neurogenesis in the hippocampal region specifically. It has been noted. Okay, so promotes hippocampal neurogenesis, another fantastic benefit of pterostilbene. Aside from that, what else do we got? Improves cognition, learning, memory. It even boosts your dopamine levels. So pterostilbene, again, the list is long. You see why we gave it a whole day just to talk about the benefits. I can't see it from here. We'll catch you at the end. Thank you very much for tuning in. Get something out of this. Would you get your pen and paper down or start writing stuff down? Because you should go get some pterostilbene supplement. Pure pterostilbene, all natural, right? So now to kind of talk about the dosage a little bit. So we mentioned 5.5 to 18 milligrams has implications of reducing anxiety and being anxiolytic, aka, right? So just another fancy word for reducing anxiety, right? So yeah, that's all well and good, but too much of anything is not a good thing. And if you were to take 100 to 250 milligrams, right, that we have in the one major clinical trial done on humans with pterostilbene, we actually ended up seeing a deleterious or harmful effect, negative effect, an adverse effect, right, on HDL levels. It lowered HDL levels at the higher end of that range, so around the 250 milligram range, right? It actually increased LDLs and it lowered HDLs. So we have to be very smart and particular with our dosage, right? That is massive. So stay away from that higher end. You don't need all that pterostilbene. Like we said, too much of anything isn't a good thing. And so to be very safe, we can stay at that 50 milligram dosage, all right? And 50 milligrams spaced out twice throughout the day should be efficient to get those anti-inflammatory, anti-anxiety, promotion of longevity, anti-aging, promoting that neuroplasticity, that neurogenesis, especially in the hippocampus, and all those other great things like improved cognition, learning, memory. I don't know if we said BDNF production again, but you get the picture. We just mentioned them all. You can get all those benefits with 50 milligrams again twice a day, right? Should be sufficient, okay? Especially if you get more through the diet from, say, blueberries, for example, right? Which are so fantastic and they taste great. So great news, huh? So that's it with the dosage. Now, I said we would revisit the fact that when we're talking about that promotion of neuroplasticity, and especially in response to learning experiences in general and injury. Well, that's very interesting, that last part. Promoting that formation and reorganization of synaptic connections, aka neuroplasticity, in response to the aforementioned, along with injury. So maybe somebody that has had TBI, right? Traumatic brain injury. Maybe somebody that has had a bunch of concussions in the past, right? Things like that. Pterostilbene could be a great thing to supplement into that stack, that general health, aka nootropic, right? And antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. We're not going to go through them all again. But that stack that you take in the morning just to benefit your overall health and improve your cognition, right? And to, reduce those harmful effects of aging on your brain, right? So that's some food for thought. You take it where you want, people. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. Again, most importantly. So who do we got here? Danny Kip, what's up, my brother? How you doing, baby? Let's go. That's right. You should. Good question, Danny. Does pterostilbene vary between organic and non-organic blueberries? So if you can, you want to go for organic, especially with those fruits, those berries, right? Because, you don't know what they're being sprayed with, and any harmful chemicals can have adverse interactions with the potent beneficial compounds in these fruits and vegetable, anything, that's naturally picked and things like that, right? And these berries in general, and that goes for blueberries as well. So if you can, please go for organic, albeit you will have pterostilbene in non-organic ones as well, but we don't know how whatever has been put on it that is not natural, right, and what it is really not important. Just recognize the fact and principle here that it could, it could interact with the pterostilbene. Maybe you'll absorb less, right? Maybe it won't work as well, things like that. So keep it all natural when in doubt, baby. This case is no different here. Dondra Butter, how you doing? Thank you guys very much. I had a lot of fun talking about this today. I really did. I love hanging out with you guys every day, and I'm so excited for tomorrow as well. You have a fantastic, fantastic rest of your night. And if you have any questions, please message me. I would be so happy to go through anything that you have confusion about, or anything else you'd want to talk about in relation to health, and just maybe, promoting a better lifestyle in general and things like that. And I'm not saying I'm any model of excellence, but I've done a lot of studying on the topic, and I would be happy to help you as much as I possibly can, right? And for free, because I just want to see you guys get better. I want to see you get healthier. That's what When Wellness is about. You don't need me. You don't need this. You don't need anything. I just want to give you the information that can help you improve your life. That is what When Wellness is about. You should be fully independent, not rely on anybody else, and just improve yourself every single day, because you deserve it. You deserve it. You really do. And if you don't believe that, well, start believing it, all right? Believe in yourself and your health and, your family's health, and tell them to eat good things for them and whatnot. But we could talk about it all day. But thank you guys again. Really enjoyed it once more, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you.